All right, Shalom. I'd like to start with saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harikak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and double honors to our elder apostle Herawan as well down here in Lions Den Camp. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth to sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanak Sa'am Ba Yashar from the Lions Den Yashar Camp, and this is Lions Den News and Prophecy. All right, so let's go. It says, Second Ezra 15:1. It said, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, because they are faithful and true, man. And that's what make it plain upon tables, man. Make it be written on paper. That's why we do these lessons. All right, to give warning of what's the dangers that's to come. Give warning from Yahweh Shimei Shai to his, you know, warning to the elect, warning to warning. Um the warning goes out to 2/3 of his people, and actually the warning goes out to everybody, but within that warning is salvation from the elect, but 2/3 of his people in these other nations are gonna perish in this upcoming destruction. All right. So this particular article is going into Israel saying they're gonna take over the whole Gaza Strip. They're taking over everything, taking control of everything. All right. What does that sound like? It sounds like Habakkuk chapter 2, man. All right. So it says Israel intends to take control of all of Gaza, Netanyahu says, as the security cabinet meets. It says, it says Israel's security cabinet is meeting to decide on a full reoccupation of Gaza, a move that would make a major escalation of the conflict after nearly 2 years of war in the territory. Despite international pressure, opposition from the Israeli military, and domestic fears the operation will endanger hostages, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has pushed for a complete takeover of the besieged enclave. In an interview with Fox News shortly before the Security Cabinet meeting, Netanyahu was asked whether Israel plans to take military control of all of Gaza. It says, he says, we intend to, Netanyahu said. He claimed Israel is aiming to remove Hamas in Gaza before handing the territory to civilian governments. That is not Hamas, and not anyone advocating the destruction of Israel. See, they're trying to play the victim as if they're not advocating the destruction of them. It's really not even a political warfare. It's a religious warfare. Um, and they don't care what lives they claim at the process of pushing their agenda. It says the prime minister's comments drew a strong response from Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid. What Netanyahu is offering is more war, more dead hostages, uh, more now cleared for publication notices, and tens of billions of taxpayers' shekels poured into the delusion of Ben Gvir, and Smotrich, Lapid said, referring to Israel's far-right ministers who have repeatedly pushed for maximalist goals in Gaza and occupied West Bank. It says families of some of 50 hostages who are still in Gaza organized several protests on Thursday, pleading with the government to drop the plan. See, it doesn't matter who it afflicts when they want to push their agenda, man. It says the phased plan under consideration would require up to 5 months, during which approximately 1 million Palestinians in Gaza City and other areas would once again be forced into evacuation areas in southern Gaza. See, Trump was calling the same thing. Say they want to turn it into a metropolis. It'll be very good. People can go there. It'll be very good for the people. We'll give We'll give the Palestinians a place to live and reside, but it'll be very good for everybody. A good place for everybody to go. Very good, very good. The way things going right now, very bad, and this will make it very good. Yeah, good for who? You see that? It says it says the military would establish compounds to house the massive influx of displaced Palestinians. Concentration camps. Same thing is going to happen here. As a part of the plan, Israel and the United States would increase the number of aid distribution sites operated by the controversial Gaza Humanitarian Foundation from the current 4 up to 16 sites, the official said. Netanyahu has not yet presented a detailed plan on how Gaza would be governed in the future, but speaking to Fox on Thursday, he gave a hint saying, "We don't want to be there as a governing body. We want to hand it over to Arab forces that will govern it properly without threatening us and giving Gazans a good life. That's not possible with Hamas. As long as they want whoever's going to be in that position going according to their agenda. That's it." That's pretty long. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this, but you get the point, man. You get the point. I'll put the link to this article in the description box so you can read the full thing. But it's basically, man, you know, Esau at his finest, man. Esau at his finest. All right, let's read a little bit more. It says the operation, which is intended to increase pressure on Hamas and free the remaining Israeli captives, could be paused if the military group returned to negotiations, the official noted. The last round of talks, which began with marked optimism, collapsed 2 weeks ago after the United States and Israel pulled their delegations from Qatar, with U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff accusing Hamas of negotiating in bad faith. Hamas said it is ready to return to the negotiating table, but only once enough humanitarian aid enters Gaza. All right, you gotta give a little to get a little, you know. So this devil doesn't care who he afflicts to push his agenda, man. Did that with America, doing that over there, and they don't even be their land. They be doing this to other people's stuff, man. It's crazy. All right, so you know where we're going. Let's get a couple scriptures. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." Right. So we're standing on that watch and seeing what, you know what I'm saying, hearing the voice of the Lord, like it said, 2 Ezra 15 and 1, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth. Verse 2, it says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it." Right? It says, "For the vision is yet for an important time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie." Right? And we're getting to the end. And it's speaking what? Through the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Right? So it seems like it's taking a while, but it's gonna man abruptly come with an instant. All right. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him, so his soul that is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." Right. The elect are going to live by the faith. But the soul that is lifted up, talking about Esau, is not upright. Meaning upright, meaning being righteous, straight. See that? What could be made straight that the Lord made crooked? All right. So it says, "Yea, also because he transgresses by wine," right? Confusing. "He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell. See that? That's what NATO was doing over there by Russia. The reason why we have the Ukraine situation going on. See that? Neither keepeth his own, who enlarges his desires as hell. All right? Brings hell everywhere he goes when he enlarges his desire. And says, it is as death, neither keep it at home. See that? He has to expand this everywhere. And he said they intend to take control of all of Gaza, man. It says, and is as death. Right, that's all he brings. Right, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations and heaped unto him all people. Right, see there? See there? Heaped unto himself all people, man. See that? So, so the scriptures explain who this is, like to the T. That's the mindset of Esau. Kill, steal, and destroy, divide and conquer, take whatever they can take, pillage, rob, everything. That's his whole makeup, man. That's why it says the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. It's not right. It's wicked. It's not right. It's not pleasant at all. It's not. It's it says though his words are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. That's his whole agenda, man. So I just want to speak on that a little bit, man. And Israel, Netanyahu, plans to take control of all of Gaza and force the Palestinians into concentration camps, pretty much. All right. Lord, willing this lesson to edify and to serve the purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. With that, I'd like to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harakak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and double honors to our elder apostle as well down here in the Lions Den camp at Harawan. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity of the truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.